Yo, welcome to another episode of Talk Your Shift podcast. Just want to say thank you to those who have been listening in on the journey and the conversations of this podcast. We really, really, really appreciate your support. We recorded this new episode that we got coming up for you a few weeks ago. This was right after the murder of Renee Good in Minnesota, where she was shot by a ICE agent. So just wanted to give you guys some context because we will be addressing this in this particular conversation. But yeah, so you guys journey with us and let's get into it. Twine, how are you, bro? You good?
Man, I'm doing well, bro.
Anything new in your life?
Not really. Just working.
Just working.
Yeah. Just working, kicking it with the fam.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how it was, the holidays. I really love what you posted, by the way.
What's
The
that?
holidays, where you were just talking about sometimes during these times of the year, it's not always joyful for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually okay for us to like feel those emotions, internalize them and wrestle with it and not necessarily be as joyful as everybody else is.
Yeah,
right?
man.
And kind of just...
I'm becoming soft, bro.
I'm
becoming soft.
No, that is not soft.
No. In all seriousness, I'm learning
strength
how to
and
be more
vulnerability.
aware, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Aware of where I am, how I feel. And understanding that other people may feel that same way too. Holidays bring a lot of pressure.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, especially Christmas.
Yes.
Man,
everybody gotta get gifts.
You gotta buy, you know, consumerism is at an all-time high at Christmas time. You gotta go find gifts. And if you don't get a gift, somebody gonna feel some type of way. Even if you talk to people and people be like, don't get me anything. But once you sit there and you see everybody getting gifts, you're like, I gotta get something.
Come on, man.
You gonna feel something. But
and speaking of consumerism at an all-time high, apparently it's at an all-time high every year.
Man,
like it gets more and more.
It just gets worse. And even the days after, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, because, you start taking stuff back and trading it or buying stuff after, or you start getting the stuff that you ordered but didn't come in until a couple of days after Christmas.
It's hectic.
It's a lot of pressure, bro.
It's a lot.
And not just from a financial standpoint, being around family is not always easy for a lot of people. So it's just like, you got to be around people you didn't ask to be around. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, to the young kid or the teenager who has to go wherever their parents go.
Yeah.
That's not always an easy thing to do.
Absolutely not.
Being around family is not always comfortable. It's not always safe.
Nope.
And some people just gotta sit there and take that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Telling you, bro.
It's not cool. It's not cool, and it's not. So I just want to be a voice that says, "Hey, I recognize it. I feel it. I know how it goes." So it's just like, I know it's not easy for you, and yeah, man. The holidays they can be so much for so many people.
I agree, bro.
And to those that's grieving after losing a loved one, people have lost parents, children, family members, grandfathers, mothers, and stuff, man. And it's just, holidays always remind you of
performance.
Not just performance, but they remind you, or they bring to the forefront what you haven't worked through yet. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And it's just like,
that's good. Holidays are a mirror for you.
They're a mirror.
Wow.
Of what you haven't worked through yet. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that you're behind because you haven't worked through it, because it's like, grief. Grief is it's not one way. And grief don't have a time limit on it.
Absolutely
grief
not.
is almost a forever thing.
For
it's
sure.
just the goal is just learning how to manage it. You know what I'm saying? But holidays is one of those, I guess, meters where you can kind of gauge where you are. And depending on the weight of that person you lost, the holidays can just bring that wave of emotions all over again.
Absolutely.
And the emotions gotta come.
Yep.
You gotta allow them to come. You can't suppress them. And sometimes you just need to cry. Sometimes you just need to wallow and just sit in that and allow those heavy feelings to come, man. And it's a part of being human.
I heard a wise person once say, you got to feel it to heal it.
Hey.
You got to go through it to get through it. You know what I'm saying?
As simple as that, bro. And holidays just bring all that to the forefront, man. And it's not easy for a lot of people. And yeah, man. And then the pressure to perform, it makes you suppress all that. It's like, all right, let me get my tears together and get out here and perform.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes for some of us, that's the expectation, is to perform, especially for parents and, fathers and mothers. It's like, forget all that other stuff. Perform.
Yeah.
And it's a lot, bro.
It kind of reminds you of what we talked about that one time where it was like how when we were children, our parents would be like, what you doing? Shake that person's hand, or
Yeah,
say
yeah,
hi,
yeah.
or smile, or whatever. And you like, I don't want to teach my children that. I actually want to teach my children to like be okay with responding to whatever emotion they're feeling in that moment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And being real with themselves.
Man, it's,
bruh.
and I get it. You know,
Yep.
parents were well-meaning when they were telling you to shake someone's hand or show some love or do something like that. But it's like, nah, I feel like kids, they pick up on energies way better than adults do.
For sure.
And kids can point out, nah, bro ain't safe.
Man.
I don't want to be around. No, she don't smell too good.
I'm good.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they just, and you know, I've become the adult in the room where I'm not about to make a kid shake my hand.
Kids are just real.
I'll offer, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll say what's up, ask for a high five or something. If they don't want to give it, I'm cool. Be that way. Like, do whatever is safe for you.
Absolutely.
I'm not about to make you come out of your body and do something that you don't want to do.
Right.
And man, that's a whole nother conversation.
It is, bro.
You teach kids that their autonomy is not important.
Absolutely.
You start making them do something that they don't want to do.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to interacting with other people.
Facts.
It's like, no, that's something you got to guide and teach them to do.
Yeah.
And just help them become more comfortable with doing that. Like my oldest son, social anxiety out of this world. Especially, you know, he's 11 now, but before, from ages 3 to 9, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was just, he didn't jive with people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't comfortable being around a lot of people, and he's grown a lot now.
Yeah.
But it's just not his thing. You know what I'm saying? And to make him, to break that, make him interact when he's not comfortable doing it, the solution is not making them do it. It's figuring out, okay, what's the discomfort?
Right.
What's the discomfort?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What's going on? What do you feel? But at the same time, while I'm trying to figure it out, I'm not about to make you speak to everybody.
Let's get to the root of it without attacking the symptom. Yeah.
So, man, that's shit.
Like you said, it's a whole nother conversation.
That's a different conversation.
We're going to talk about that on this podcast,
We talk about stuff like that, parenting.
Yeah.
Kids. We both got kids.
For sure.
Antoine got A3. He got his little one. I got 3 of them.
3. Yeah.
I don't know who told me to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I got 3 of them, man. And it's, man, my daughter got me wrapped around her finger.
I already know it.
She got me wrapped, bro.
True daddy's girl.
Being a girl dad is amazing.
Man.
It's amazing, bro.
Yeah.
She runs my life.
Yeah.
She runs my life. Every time when she's, Dad, come here. Or she wants me to do something that's just, you know, crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
And my wife be looking at me, and you gonna do it. And you gonna walk right over and do it.
You gonna do it.
Yeah, you're damn right.
I am. Because that's my baby.
Girl.
Yeah, for
you know
sure.
If you want me to come over there and wash your hands for 7 times in the same hour, we're going to wash our hands 7 times.
Facts.
You know? So
Facts.
That's just what it's going to be.
Painting your nails is coming next.
It's already happened. I'm still trying to get the nail polish off my fingers. I'm still trying to get the nail polish from off my fingers, bro. She got me.
I'm with nail polish. Okay. Done. Then the Barbie doll houses and stuff like that.
The tea parties is getting ready to come. It's all about that. She's so prissy, man. She's such a girl. Like,
you can tell.
She's a girl. You know what I mean?
But you can tell Remy got some toughness to her, too, though.
Oh, she don't play no games, John.
You can tell she don't play no games.
She's not to be F with.
That's what I'm saying.
She's not to be, but she get that from my mom. Her mama is not to be F with at all. And I respect it so much.
Yeah.
And,
that's what I was going to say. Like, she reminds me of Mikey in a way.
I ain't even trying to cross her.
You see what I'm saying?
I ain't trying to cross her mama or her.
No smoke.
I know what them consequences is, bro, and I ain't about to do it.
I don't want no smoke.
Don't worry about it. Matter of fact, I'll bring the smoke to you.
You
know what I'm saying?
And you handle that.
You feel me? I will assist you with the smoke. I ain't doing it. But yeah, she got me whipped, man. Both of my girls got me whipped. But,
yeah, that's what's up, man.
But yeah, man, so we got a really dope conversation that I'm really interested in. I'm really excited to bring to the forefront. So I'm going to just go ahead and say it. Jesus is not American. Me and Twine had a conversation. We've been talking about this for the last couple of weeks through texts and phone calls and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Jesus is not American. And I think so much of the Western world has made Jesus something that he's not.
For sure.
And when you look at the very, the pillars of Western society, religion, politics, and they go hand in hand. At least we've made them that way. And
We unified them.
So much of our politics
Mm-hmm.
has dressed Jesus in this mascot apparel that's just, it don't follow his teachings.
Mm-hmm.
It really, we've projected what we've wanted Jesus to look like.
Wow.
And we've wanted him to look American. And we've made him American.
Right.
And there is a version of Christianity and there is a version of Jesus that is not Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
And he has been Americanized to the fullest.
Period.
You know, so that's what I want to get into today.
Yeah.
And this might be a conversation that may make some people mad. It may provoke thought. I hope it does all of these things.
I hope it does.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm here for all the smoke. I'm here for the conversations. I'm here for the debates, as long as it stays respectable. Because I have no interest in going back and forth with anybody who chooses to misunderstand what I'm saying and who chooses to dehumanize my existence. Because that's what this American Jesus does. This American Jesus is only for the American people.
Yeah.
Right? He poses as a person who's for all people.
Yeah.
Right? But he doesn't act that way.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, he's for the American people.
He's for the American people. Only.
You know, and that's what we've made him to be. And I think it gets very dangerous.
Yep.
When we push into that space. What you think about that?
Exactly. Man, I agree with you, bro. Like, and I think it even I think it's even gotten to the point where not only do we subsidize Jesus to Americans only, but like we'll categorize him as whites only.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or this specific doctrinal belief only. Only these people categorizing this.
Sure.
I actually seen a video. I don't know if you know, he's like a popular influencer or creator, Christian content creator, Bryce Crawford, like a younger dude.
I don't think I'm familiar.
So he was actually talking to a pastor,
okay,
I think in this interview. And
okay.
Bruh, he literally asked him, like, are black people made in the image and likeness of God? And he said, not like white people are.
Oh, I think I saw that video.
You see that?
I think I saw that video.
Bro.
First of all, bro straight up said no off the top.
No, yeah, off the top. Like, no, they're not.
No, they're not. No brainer. No. I was like, wow.
What? And then he was like, okay, can they get to heaven? And it's like, well, yeah, they can, but like not by the same means as, you know, me or white people.
Wild.
That is insane, bro.
But you know what?
Yeah.
Be that. Be very confident in that. If that's how you feel about people who don't look like you.
I actually respect the fact that you bold about it.
I'd rather you say it off top.
Yeah.
Don't let me have to figure it out.
Yep.
Don't try to act act nice.
Yep.
Don't do none of that. Don't act like you like me. Tell me straight off the top. I don't like black people.
I respect you putting it boldly out there like that.
Because I know who you are now. Cool. Got it. You're not safe. You have no respect for people that look like me. Cool. We ain't got to have no relationship or conversation moving forward. Just be straight up.
I respond accordingly.
Be straight up. I'm not going to come across your face. I'm not going to cuss you out. Be straight up with me.
Come on.
Don't waste my time.
Don't pretend and manipulate and
don't waste
put on a facade or a mask in front of me. Yeah.
Be straight up. But you know what? You can't be straight up because you know that thinking that way, feeling that way is wrong.
It's wrong.
So you're trying your best to hide it and suppress it the best way you can, but you can't. And it's going to come out.
And that's the mascot right there.
Come on.
Literally, like we're placing Jesus over top of our own interpretations of what good or right or wrong is, or our own beliefs or ideas of what the world should look like, or how that person should dress or respond or speak, or what place they should go to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so I think that is like really the big issue right there.
Yeah.
Is people, honestly, bro, I'm going to just be bold and say this. Like, I think a lot of us aren't even like aware that we've inherited or have been indoctrinated with the stuff we've been.
Because it's indoctrination. Indoctrination seeps itself in. Like it's placed into every area of information, right? It starts in the education system, in the institutions of school at a young age.
Yeah.
Like we pledge allegiance to the flag as soon as you hit preschool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like from the rip, you are going to honor this country and you're going to be patriotic.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not. You know what I'm saying? And everything is funneled through that patriotism.
Wow.
You
And
know
so
what I'm
you
saying?
entangle the core of your identity
Absolutely.
with things that
Yeah,
aren't really
it's
who you are.
indoctrination.
Wow.
It's indoctrination.
Yeah.
You're not forced, but you are forced. It's in everything you read. It's in everything you're taught. Any bit of information is making you say, this is how you need to think and believe.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So Jesus has become so American. And there's a few questions I want to pose. So those that's listening to us, I want you to take these questions and I want you to sit with these questions and I want you to answer these questions for yourself. But me and Twan, we're going to kind of wrestle through this together.
Yeah.
And we just want to invite you guys in on the journey. The question I want to ask is, when did Jesus start sounding like our politics? When did Jesus start sounding like our politics? I think Jesus started sounding like our politics the moment we stopped letting him challenge everyone and we started using him to justify our side. Right?
Yeah.
When you look at the life of Jesus, Jesus was a savage.
Yep.
Right? And when I say that, I mean he was a disruptor. And he spoke to the powers that be.
For sure.
He spoke to structures and systems
Yeah.
and institutions that were harmful to humanity.
Period.
Right? Not harmful to just black people, not harmful to just, other, people of color. Harmful to anyone. Right? This is harmful. This is not right.
Yeah.
This is not the heart of God. And I'm going to disrupt this system.
Absolutely.
That's who Jesus was at the core. And it was all done in love. It was because of his love for people, all people.
Yeah.
And when I say all, I mean everyone that doesn't look like you and the people that look like you.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? All people.
For sure.
Because he had love for all people,
yeah.
he was for the safety and the well-being of all of humanity.
Right. That's why the greatest commandment theology is love the Lord your God, love your neighbor as yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
And he embodied that. Right. But we stopped taking cues from Jesus and we started projecting our own ideologies onto Jesus to make him look more like us. Yeah. Right? That's when I think we start to Americanize Jesus in a way that is not safe.
Yeah.
What you think?
I think it actually goes into what you just said, my answer. I have multiple answers to this. Yeah. But I'll give this one.
Sure.
I think Jesus started sounding like our politics probably when we stopped letting him mess with us.
We stopped letting him mess with us?
Yeah.
What you mean?
Meaning, because if you actually listen to Jesus, he kind of he's inconvenient for everyone.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He doesn't fit cleanly on the left or the right.
Yeah.
He's constantly pushing against power, calling out hypocrisy, siding with people of the margins. You know what I'm saying? So,
gotcha.
But I think somewhere along the way, we started reshaping him so he wouldn't challenge us too much. You know what I'm saying? And once faith gets close to power, it's really tempting to use Jesus to back up what we've already believe instead of questioning it.
Oh, wow.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking whenever it was kind of like we were just talking about just off of the off podcast.
Yeah.
Whenever something is challenged to us, we usually don't want to wrestle with it. We always usually want to offset it on the other people or put that away. No, I don't want to deal with that. And I think a lot of what Jesus said challenged us internally. Why? Because you can't love anyone until you love yourself.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so in order to be able to pour from your cup and give life to anybody else, you got to be able to wrestle with and internalize those things yourself. And then once you've kind of internalized and wrestled with those things.
But who wants to wrestle?
Who wants to?
Who wants to challenge? Who wants to wrestle? Who wants to be uncomfortable? Right? Who wants to fight for all people?
Yep.
Because it takes work.
It takes a lot of work.
It takes work. It takes critical thinking. It takes standing up and being a voice for those that are not heard. Who wants to do that?
It's uncomfortable. Right? It puts you in a position to kind of like almost when Jacob wrestled. I say when Jacob wrestled with God, I actually have a different understanding. I think he doesn't wrestle with God because it says he wrestles with man, and then the man is capitalized. I think the man he was wrestling with was himself. And then he comes back out on the other side, and he's a totally different person. And then he has the equipment to respond.
That ego. He had to wrestle with that ego.
You see what I'm saying?
A lot of times, it's really what we fighting.
Yeah.
And we can't set our ego to the side.
Yep.
Right? Some of us are so prideful, so patriotic that we can't see Jesus outside of our patriotism.
Absolutely.
We can't see him outside of the American way.
Yep.
And because of that, we exclude people. We do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't even think politics didn't corrupt faith.
Mm-hmm.
I think it domesticated it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when you think about dogs used to they used to be a wild animal.
Yeah.
Right? What was it called? Like dingoes and something like that?
Yeah.
I think that's the name for it.
Right.
But they've been domesticated, right? To operate and live in a way that's comfortable and benefits our operation.
Yeah.
Right? And I think that's what we've done with faith and with the branding and messaging of Jesus, right? We've domesticated it. We need him to favor us.
Absolutely.
We need him to sound like us. We need him to use our language. We need to take the robe that he's wearing and wrap him around in the American flag, right? So there could be no ifs, ands, or buts that this is what he's for.
Absolutely.
The American people.
Right.
And we've shaped and formed him, like you said. We're shaping Jesus in a way that sounds like us.
And notice how like that is always, when you shape Jesus into what you want him to be, it's always convenient for you and inconvenient for everybody else outside of you. You see what I'm saying?
It's hella convenient. It's
like,
easy.
Yeah.
It's easy.
But when does Jesus ever make it inconvenient for your side, though? You see what I'm saying?
When you actually follow the life
When you
of
actually
Jesus.
follow the life of Jesus.
When you actually look at what he's done, there's a lot of things he's done that's been inconvenienced, that has inconvenienced the powers that be.
Absolutely.
Right? The way he challenged the Pharisees, right? Because the Pharisees were your mega pastors who made a lot of money from their theology.
Most definitely.
They had a huge following.
Yep.
They had control. And they made a lot of money from how they believe, what they believe, and what they professed.
For sure.
And when Jesus came on the scene, he was messing up their money.
Yeah.
Like, hold on, bro. No. Do not free these people. What are you doing?
Yeah.
They're fine. They're fine under my tutelage,
Absolutely.
under my reigning, under my kingship. Like, they good. Like,
this ain't broke. Why are you trying to fix it?
This is not broke, and it's very wealthy over here.
Why are you trying to fix it, Jesus? And Jesus doesn't leave it alone.
No.
Right?
I mean, he told them Pharisees up every chance he could.
Every time.
You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy, man. When you look at the life of Jesus, it was when he walked in the temples where he caused the most disruption.
Absolutely.
That's why, I say all the time, and I think we've had this conversation. If Jesus was to walk this earth today, he would not be at any of our churches. He wouldn't be in there worshiping with us. He wouldn't.
He'll be in Gaza.
He'll be somewhere else. He'll be where?
Gaza.
In Gaza. He'll be in the places where Jesus needs to be.
He'll be with the family of Renee Good.
Yeah.
And grieving with them, mourning with them.
He'll be at the bar, having drinks.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? With the other people who are trying to cope with life.
Absolutely.
In ways that could be unhealthy. And he's sitting there having conversations with them, right? Because, again, the real Jesus is for the safety and the well-being of all people.
Absolutely.
Right? Politics don't get in between them.
Absolutely.
But unfortunately, in America, they do.
Yeah.
They do. My politics will tell you how much I actually care for you.
Yep.
What I vote for, and people have had an issue with what I've said online.
Yeah.
That how you vote is a representation of how you see your neighbor.
Absolutely.
Right? Because somewhere down the line, we think that we can compartmentalize our voting and the policies we vote for and how we treat people. Like,
yeah.
For the life of me, I don't know how you cannot see that correlation. Right? How you can vote for certain policies, but not correlate how that affects people. And when I say your neighbor, I'm not talking about specifically the people you like.
Yeah.
That you befriend, that you hang out with, that you do life with, right? That's not who I'm talking about, the people that agree with you.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the family that's across the street from you, the family that lives on the other end of town, right? The people who don't frequent the places that you frequent.
For sure.
The people who don't look like you. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like the people you walk next to in the grocery store or that your kids go to school with.
Yeah.
Right? Those are your neighbors, your fellow men.
For
the
sure.
people who occupy this country the same way you do.
Yeah.
Right? How do you not correlate how you vote and how it impacts their lives?
Absolutely.
How do you compartmentalize it? How do you separate that? You can't.
You can't. It'll be like trying to separate a husband and a wife being together, and then one of the two deciding to cheat outside of the marriage. But that's I do that
separate.
Outside of the home, but in the home,
the home,
I'm loyal. Ain't that crazy? Like, no, nigga, this is not how this.
You
works.
don't see how that. that affects what's in the home.
In the home.
I don't get it, bro. But
Yeah.
we don't see all people as all people.
Absolutely.
And that's what American politics causes you to do.
Mhm.
It causes you not to see all people as all people.
Yeah.
You're not inclusive. Our politics is not inclusive.
Yeah.
Our politics is exclusive.
Absolutely.
It puts a label and it puts a title on everybody so that you can go about your day knowing who's what.
And it's obvious that our politics are exclusive, because if it wasn't, then everyone in the world will have it, what they need at very minimum.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But we all don't have what we need, though.
Yeah.
People are dying every day of things that they don't have access to.
Don't have that. And that's the thing that I think bothered Jesus a lot. And I think that that's what would bother him today.
Yeah.
It's like, why don't everybody have access to the same things? The basic needs that everybody should have access to, right? Why is the level of education not the same everywhere?
Right.
Right? Why does this school on this end of town have outdated books, but this school over here all got laptops?
Absolutely.
Like, what are we doing?
Why is insurance making somebody's medication go from $50 jumping up to like $500?
Straight up. Like all of this has to do with politics and what we vote, right? And if we really dissect it and really sat down and looked at the life of Jesus, you really have to ask the question, what bothers Jesus? Like, what would upset him? You know what I'm saying? Because I honestly think we don't care for what would upset him.
Nope.
But we do care for what makes me mad.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it might not bother Jesus, but I'm over here. I am done.
Absolutely.
I'm done for. Because how could they do this? How could these people have access to the same things I have access to?
Absolutely.
Right? Like we're so arrogant and so egoic.
Period.
And we're so entitled.
Period.
As an American people. And I just think that we've lost our way.
Yeah.
And we've only used Jesus to validate our way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we stopped, at some point we stopped asking, what is Jesus saying? And we started asking, how can Jesus support what I already believe?
Say it again.
We stopped asking, what is Jesus saying? And we started asking, how can Jesus support what I already believe? Wow. Because if I can get Jesus's cosign, or if I can make it look like he's cosigning what I'm doing,
then I can justify
everything I do.
Absolutely.
American politics can justify anything, any law passed can be justified if I can make it seem like Jesus is okay with it.
Absolutely.
And we do that, not even just on a government level, but we do that within ourselves.
Yeah.
We do that within ourselves.
For sure.
People go to church every Sunday to find something that can justify how they live Monday through Saturday.
Period. That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let me find some scripture. Because the thing is, and this is my love-hate relationship with the Bible, you can find anything in the Bible to support anything.
I was just about to say that, literally.
You could justify anything.
Literally.
Everything can be justified in the Bible.
Cherry pick certain verses.
Genocide can be justified.
Slavery.
Violence. Slavery, murder, they can all be, you can find the right verse.
Literally.
And you can twist and turn these verses and you can profess them eloquently.
Yep.
So beautifully. You can make the most harmful theology so beautiful.
That people will believe it.
That people will believe it. and make laws about it.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's people in these political offices now.
Yeah.
Who believe in the rapture heavily.
Heavily, bro.
So much so. And they think that the Israel.
So taken out of context. Huh?
They think that the Israel that we deal with now is the same exact Israel in the Bible.
Bro, I see this so often and hear people say it so much. I feel like
it's so funny that it's sad.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know whether to laugh or cry. Because we really taking Sunday school theology and we putting it in these political offices. Like, you think that's the same Israel?
Huh?
You gotta be kidding me.
From 2,000 years ago?
That's another, man. But they using that to justify.
Yep.
To justify.
It's the Israel that God's always wanted to stay.
Come on, man. Come on, bro.
I gotta relax, bro.
It's sad, man. And it's sad. It's sad. It's sad. And it's like, I used to laugh at it, but now I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Like, deeply concerned.
Because it's really like,
it's affecting the livelihood of people. Like, people are being slaughtered.
Literally.
because of that belief.
Yes.
Children are losing their lives because you see how theology can get harmful?
Yes.
It gets to a place where it gets so dangerous that lives are being lost.
Period.
Literally.
Yes.
We're not speaking figuratively. Where this is not a metaphor, not an analogy.
Nope.
Blood is being shed because of harmful theology that we value and that we hold so close.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't blink an eye.
Literally.
And we think it's justified. And we think that our fate, we think that our doing is supported by scripture.
All because we're misinterpreting a book.
Come on, bro. And we've made Jesus be okay with that. We've created a version of Jesus that says, yeah, do that in my name.
In my name.
Do that. Matter of fact, here's a few scriptures you can use.
Yeah.
And anytime you see Israel in the scriptures, that's the Israel I'm talking about. At some point, we got to sit back and be like, hold on, this don't sit well with me.
Yeah.
Like, this don't feel right. I don't care how much we've done in the name of Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
This does not sit well with me.
Absolutely.
Something just doesn't, I'm not settled. I'm not safe. I can't sleep at night.
Yeah.
But people are so embedded with this theology that they are sleeping at night.
Man.
And they feel justified in how they live and how they vote. And because they have a version of Jesus they can cling to.
Bro, this is why I honestly, truly believe that, one, a lot of learning comes from unlearning a lot of things.
Come on.
Number two, this is why we do what we do, actually. Mm-hmm. This is why we have this podcast. This is why we think these conversations are so important, not just behind closed doors, because me and Dee's been doing this for a while now, but talking about these things online, getting them out there, because how we think, how we believe is so important, because it ultimately breeds our actions. We see it right now, right? Sure. Just like Dee just said, if your political vote is going to determine like how you view your neighbor, like there's just no way around it. Yeah. You don't get to compartmentalize how you think and believe versus how you love someone.
Oh, yes, I do.
How you embrace people. How you say,
I do.
How they feel safe around you.
That's the entitlement I have. I can compartmentalize it. I can separate that.
Says who, Dill?
What you mean? I have a holy Bible and a Jesus that tells me that I can do these things. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, that is our ego and our entitlement that makes us think that these things don't correlate. You know what I'm saying? And we've just stopped taking cues from Jesus. Yep. And we said, no, here, Jesus, wear this.
And even if you were to sit down with those people that say things like that and have those conversations, it's like you said before, they're not even really willing to actually have a conversation. Yeah. They're just wanting to confirm what they already believe to be right.
Absolutely.
And so the conversation never really goes anywhere, right? It's no critical thinking. There's no openness. There's no willingness. There's no,
their mind is already made up.
Exactly.
Their mind is already made up. Literally. Why would I think critically when I believe so heavily what I believe?
This is the truth. Why would I need to think critically if I already have received the truth? But it's like, but the truth that you think you receive causes harm to others. Yeah. And if you say you believe in Jesus, and I've never, ever, ever, ever seen Jesus cause harm to someone, are you sure you have the truth? Are you sure you have the truth?
Who are you to tell me that I don't?
Okay. That's fair.
Who are you to tell me that I don't?
Jesus is, according to you.
My Jesus.
Come
on, man.
That's it right there.
Forget, we have a version of Jesus that supports everything we do.
And that right there it literally just pointed out what is the key. It goes all the way back to you and how it benefits you, which is ultimately selfish.
Of course. Yep. That's when Jesus begins echoing talking points instead of unsettling us. When he starts to sound familiar, predictable, and always agrees with us, that's usually a sign we've stopped following and started projecting.
Yep.
Right? And that shows up most clearly in moments of national tension and violence, when shootings happen, when state power is questioned, when fear is really high. Like, if you take what just happened in Minnesota, right? These ICE agents, these gangsters, these thugs, you know what I'm saying, who can't show their face. You know what I'm saying? This shooting, this ICE-related shooting, before facts are even fully clear and before people people rush to assign their moral meaning to what's going on.
Yep.
Right. And it's not based on the teachings of Jesus. It's based on political alignment.
Yeah.
Right. The thing that bothers me, it makes my
Blood
balls
boil.
itch. You know what I'm saying? That bothers me is this whole right wing, left wing.
Yes.
Red state, blue state. Like, I have to categorize you in order to attack you, right? If I don't know which side you're on, or I'm going to put you on a side.
Yeah.
Right. And as soon as stuff like this happens, that's the conversation you hear.
Absolutely.
Oh, this is the left, this is the right, this is the red, this is the blue, this, and this is like, God, this was a human who just got murdered in broad daylight. Like, who cares whether she was left or right? We have, y'all want to talk about undocumented immigrants? We have undocumented ICE agents. You don't know who they are.
Yeah.
You don't know who they are. You don't know what training they've had. You don't know what their background is. You don't know nothing about them. But yet they have been given permission to come and raid the streets and racially profile whoever they choose.
Without even revealing who they are.
But we can't ask them who they are. They can't state their name. They're not out here to protect and serve.
Absolutely.
They're here to profile, project, and do whatever they want.
Yep.
Whatever they want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
By any means necessary.
By any means necessary.
Apparently.
And it don't matter who it is. Like, people would think that somebody like me, who I consider myself to be pro-black, and for the humanity and safety of all people, but I also have a loyalty to the culture I come from.
For sure.
And I feel I don't, you can't make me feel any indifferent about that.
Yeah.
Right? Because my culture and my lineage and my ancestors have a story.
Absolutely.
And they have an experience in this world, in this country. And it's not the same as my white counterparts. That's just facts.
Yeah.
We will not.
We're just going to be real.
We will not argue that.
No.
Because you can't make me feel indifferent.
Yep.
And you cannot prove to me
nope.
that what I just said is not true.
No.
Right? My people have a history with this country.
Yeah.
Right?
And it's historically documented. So
and
that's
why it's no documented.
Argument. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No argument.
It's so documented that your president wants to take it out of
literally
museums.
Literally.
That's how documented it is. But you would think that someone like me would be like, well, it was a white woman that got killed. You know what I'm saying? It was a white woman. That should let you know. That should let you know how vile and how evil this political stuff can get.
Yep.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Anybody can get it.
Yeah.
Anybody can get it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And rest in peace to Renee Good.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Who was a mother, who was a human being, and who was living her life.
Yes.
And I'm sure she didn't wake up thinking I was about to get killed by an ICE agent today.
Absolutely not.
You know what I'm saying?
And they weren't even apparently after her.
No.
They were after someone else, but she was just in the midst of it, and she was just like, why y'all bothering me? That's crazy.
How many times does that happen? How many times does that happen? The people that get killed ain't even the intended target.
George Floyd.
You know what I'm saying?
Tamir Rice.
Come on, man. Well, the problem with them was they were intended targets.
Yep.
Were they rightful intended targets?
Yep.
Tamir Rice was the same age as my son.
Yep.
Playing with a toy gun.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But before we even get off in there, because I don't want this to be emotionally driven, although emotions is tied to all of this.
Absolutely.
And I think they should be.
Absolutely.
Because what happens is always a felt thing.
Absolutely.
Right? This ain't just a logical thing where we just deal with it in our head.
No.
When you see the life of someone's, the loss of someone's life happen in the street, cold blood, you should feel that. Whoever you are.
If you don't, I'll just be bold and say this, you got an issue.
I question your character.
Absolutely.
And you are a cold-hearted mother if you don't feel that.
Yeah.
Like, you have to feel when wrongdoing is done to people.
Absolutely.
That's something that you have to feel. You can't argue your way out of it. You can't logically, strategically. That's a feeling that you feel, right? And when I look at the history of people that look like me, and when I look at the history of my ancestors and the things that they've had to endure, due to systems and political powers and stuff like that. That's a felt thing.
Absolutely.
That's a felt thing.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy, man. But the version of Jesus we've created, and the way we've placed him in bed with our politics, it will justify Renee Good's death. It will. It will justify the fact
reality.
that she will not get justice. It would justify how that ICE agent will not be taken to trial. It would justify that I don't know if his name even been put into the papers or the media.
I ain't heard anything.
We don't know these niggas, man. We don't know who they are.
I ain't heard nothing.
We don't know who they are.
These niggas just free roll.
We don't know who they are. You know what I'm saying?
That's
but
crazy,
there
bro.
is a version of Jesus, and there's a version of Christianity that will justify that.
And that's the difference between the kingdoms of this world and in God's economy, which we can get into in our next question.
Yeah. Let's go to the next question. What's the next question?
Which is, how did the kingdom of God get mixed up with national identity? Go ahead, D. How you think the kingdom of God got mixed up with national identity? The
kingdom of God, it got confused with national identity when the church traded allegiance for access. When the church traded allegiance for access. Once Christianity became tied to empire, power, and national success, the language of citizenship started replacing the language of discipleship. Right?
Yep.
And in America, especially, faith was wrapped in freedom, prosperity, military strength, moral superiority. So instead of the kingdom being something that confronts every nation, it became something that blesses one nation in particular.
Yeah.
Right? That's where the exclusion comes in.
Yeah.
Right? The only kingdom of God that this American Jesus sees is the United States of America.
That's it.
That's the kingdom of God. It's God bless America.
God bless America.
And no place else. You know that movie, The Campaign?
Yes.
With Will Ferrell in it?
Yeah.
I swear we living in that movie, bro.
we are in those times currently.
Bro. But he would always say, God bless America and no place else. American Jesus says that same thing.
That's wild.
Our American politics makes our Christianity recite that same phrase.
Yeah.
Right? Because our kingdom of God is only the United States of America.
America is the greatest country in the world.
That's it.
That's what we always say. Right?
We are the entitled ones. We have everything. We have all the resources. And the problem is, the way we should see it, we have everything to bless everyone.
Literally.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we have the resources, the power, and the money that can revitalize all of these other countries that do not have the same access. But do we want them to have the same access?
We always throwing these phrases and slogans out there, which a lot of times aren't even scriptural. But anyways, we throw those phrases and slogans out there. God blesses us to bless others. Why ain't we doing it, America?
It's got to be but it's got to be when we want to do it. And how we want to do it.
Yeah.
Every blessing has to be regulated.
Yep.
Every blessing has to come through a channel. Every blessing has to be voted upon.
Which should, for us, get us to see and critically think that reveals someone's objective. That reveals someone's motive. That reveals someone's agenda.
Yeah.
If it can't just be done genuinely, it's got to be something wrong with it.
Oh yeah, strings attached to it, for sure. Strings.
Every time.
Don't get it twisted. Yeah. There's strings. There's American strings always attached.
Always.
To everything we got going on.
Literally, bro.
You know? But so you go with that question. I got more to say, but you know, I want to make sure we keep going back and forth. So how did the kingdom of God become confused with national identity?
So again, I had like a lot of it too, a lot of responses to this too, but this was my answer. I said, at first it feels safe. Sorry, my bad. I said, I think it happened quietly. Like, nobody woke up one day and said, let's turn the kingdom of God into a nation state.
Okay.
It was more like faith became part of our cultural DNA, especially in America. Christianity got blended with ideas about freedom, success, being a good citizen.
Sure.
All that stuff. So over time, loving God and loving country kind of blurred together. And when that happens, it gets hard to tell where Jesus ends and where the nation begins.
Oh.
The weird thing is Jesus never talked about building a Christian nation. He talked about forming people, a community, a way of life that works anywhere.
Yeah.
And also doesn't fully belong anywhere.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So there was no labels to it. It was just like, This is what it is.
Yeah.
You just live from this foundation.
Yeah.
But we're not labeling it. It doesn't have power, a hierarchy over one thing or another. This is just, you should live from this place because this place blesses everyone.
Jesus's message was clear.
Clear.
Crystal clear.
Yeah.
He said, my kingdom is not of this world.
Period.
Right? That sentence alone should make you think and be like, okay, hold on.
Slow down.
Pause.
Yeah.
Wait.
What does he mean by this?
What does he mean? Ask the question, what does he mean? Because clearly, since we like taking the Bible literal, why don't we take phrases like this literal?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Jesus just told you plain as day, how I operate is not how this world
It's not going to look like them.
It's not
going to be
same.
completely contrary.
It's not, but we've had to make it the same, right? In order for this Bible to support our doings, our business dealings, how we go about the society,
how we get to the next level.
We had to make the Bible and Jesus agree with that.
Facts.
But Jesus' message was clear. He said, my kingdom is not from this world, but we interpret that to mean my kingdom supports this world order as long as it benefits us.
Hey. Come on.
That's why conversations about immigration, policing, borders, and violence are so revealing, because the kingdom of God has always centered the foreigner, the displaced, the powerless, and the one without protection. But nationalism asks a different question. And that question is, how do we preserve what's ours? We've never asked the same questions that Jesus asked, and we've never said the same things that Jesus says.
We haven't.
We've always been on two different pages, right? And anyone who takes the opportunity to think critically, right, and really examine the life of Jesus for yourself,
period,
not from an indoctrination, not from an institution that's trying to exegete the scriptures for you and impress upon you what they think it is. Examine it for yourself. Like, I challenge anybody that's listening to this to examine the life, the teachings, and the sayings of Jesus.
Period.
And you tell me if it aligns with the world that you live in.
That's it. All you got to go do is just do the work for yourself. And you're going to see it for yourself.
Yes.
Right?
How do we preserve what's ours? That's the question we ask, right? So when national symbols, flags, and political slogans feel just as sacred as communion, something has shifted. Something has shifted. So I'm a worship leader in my church. And
shout out Hill City.
Shout out Hill City. I'm a worship leader in my church. And I've always, as a worship leader, I've always wanted to understand that moment of worship, right? And for the longest, you know, growing up, and when I started to lead worship and stuff like that, I dictated the moment, right? I called it what I wanted to call it. I gave it a bunch of religious jargon and a bunch of spiritual stuff. Just put some spiritual words on it, and it'll sound holy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And, you know, when you become skilled at that, musicians, worship leaders, when you become skilled at that, you know how to dictate that moment. You know how to create that moment. Right? So much so that we know how to play on the emotions of people. Right? And what I've learned once I started deconstructing my beliefs and what I valued and what I thought I knew, and when I started allowing psychology and the makeup of humanity become more enmeshed in my spiritual take on things. And when you start to understand the brain and the makeup of people, oxytocin is a bonding chemical that is heightened. I mean, heightened during those worship moments. It's the same chemical bonding that happens at a Trump rally. At any other political figure's rally. Right. When you start, right here, when I just said national symbols, flags, and political slogans, when they start to feel just as sacred as communion, we're operating under the same thing.
Literally.
You know what I'm saying? The same chanting, the same rallying, the same togetherness. All under one thought or one leader or one voice or one slogan. The same way you do at a rally, the same way you do at school for teams or basketball, football games. It's the same chemical bonding method or component that is happening in worship services.
Wow.
right? And it gets dangerous. It gets dangerous when we are all heightened under an ideology that is not safe.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
It gets heightened when it's under a theology that is harmful.
Yeah.
Because we leave those spaces championing what we just chanted.
Exactly.
And we live that out.
For sure.
Right? That's why songs, music, and stuff is really important, because those are the things that live in our subconscious mind. And those are the things that we actually live out.
Yeah.
Right? And it's important for us to start challenging those things. Challenging why we do certain things, and how did this become this?
Absolutely.
And how did that be? And with this podcast, this conversation, with us having these type of conversations, it's challenging the things that have become subconscious.
The status
quo. But they're right there in our face.
Yep.
They're right there in our face. And if we don't start addressing these things, we will start to see more and more people rally behind the wrong thing.
Absolutely.
And we see the end goal of it.
Yep.
Death.
Yep.
Like, genocide, murder, blood being shed is the end goal of harmful theology. And sometimes, unfortunately, it takes that for people to actually see how far this thing goes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And we have to be really careful when we start placing Jesus in bed with our politics. It gets deadly.
Absolutely.
It gets deadly.
Either coming from yourself on the others, or even back to yourself. Because I've even heard of mothers killing their children and then killing themselves because they were like, it would better to save their lives before they get to the age of accountability, as it's said in church.
Yeah.
Than for them to, go to hell, whatever we say. So
yeah,
this is why this stuff is really important, because how we believe is ultimately how we believe internally will ultimately always externally show itself. You can't ever be a way internally and then reveal something different.
Right? But the kingdom of God became less about how we live, right? And more about who we belong to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Less about how we live, and more about who we belong to. And that's why the Pledge of Allegiance is so important, that we learn it at a young age. Right? You need to know as a child
who is your
allegiance to. You need to know that you identify as an American first.
Then you a Christian, then you black or whatever.
Not just a Christian.
Yeah.
You're an American
Christian. Then everything else comes out.
But you have to understand that you are an American Christian before anything. No. Because if you don't get that, you will not understand our politics. You will not understand how this world operates.
Yeah.
And you will not understand why you see the things that you see on television and on social media.
Right.
Because you have to fully buy in that you are an American Christian.
Yeah.
And that is so weighty. There's so much that comes with being an American Christian. It is dangerous.
For the people that claim this, I would just challenge, not even people that claim it, but I would just challenge anybody. How is that working out for you?
How's what working out?
Like, just the things we tie our identities to. And being an American Christian, like, this is what I am. It's like, but how is that working out for you, though?
Yeah.
Do you have peace with God? Do you have peace with not only God, but do you have peace with yourself? Because you can have peace with God and your life still be hell.
If it's not being challenged, I feel great about it.
You see what I'm saying?
I feel great about it.
Yeah.
If my world is not being challenged, if the status quo of what I live in is not being challenged, I'm good. Unless you start threatening
what I got going on,
I'm fine. Right? And that's the problem, right? We try to protect our comfort, at the expense of other people.
Yeah.
Right? I don't give a damn if you uncomfortable over there. I'm straight.
Life only matters for me.
Me and mine are good.
Because I got to make sure I'm straight.
Why would I care if what I vote benefits me, but it knocks you out the box?
Yeah.
I don't care. If anything, it makes me look even better because now I could be charitable. Now I can give to certain causes because I got more money now and I can be more charitable to those that don't have it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that I voted for policies that knocked you out the box, but here's a charity. Here's a donation.
I helped you out. I gave back. I paid it forward.
I'll be glad to give it to you, and I'll write it off on my taxes. Get it all back in the first quarter of the year.
Literally.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Donations look, charity looks amazing. Charity 100%. Looks like Jesus.
It does.
Is it?
Is it? Based off of the motive behind it, though.
No.
And that's the thing. Like, check the motive behind why somebody is doing something.
Yeah.
Just because something appears to be good doesn't mean it's always good.
Man, I know companies, I know people, business owners, CEOs that will tell you that there's certain charities they do just as a PR move.
Yeah. To write off.
It looks good.
Yeah, that's it.
It's a write-off.
Mm-hmm.
It works with our public relations.
Yep. It looks good to the community.
Come on now.
That way when they look at our organization, they say, what do you do for the community? And we can say, this is what we do.
I got documents.
See?
I got receipts. I got, look at my taxes. Yeah. Look what I've given it to.
I've done it every year, see?
Don't know a damn thing about what they gave to,
exactly.
But it just looked good for their company and for their...
On paper.
Yeah. Yep. Yes. Come on now. I am a hero. Hometown hero. Because I give to these causes.
Literally.
You know what I'm saying? But when it's time to actually look somebody in the face and sit with what they sit with,
mm-hmm.
understand their story, understand what it is they have to walk through every day. You know, give the shirt off your back.
Yeah.
And literally give it to someone else.
Yeah.
When it's time for me to actually touch shoulders or live in the same spaces with people that I know do not have the same opportunities as me. You can't do that.
You can't.
Because your charity has always been given at a distance. It's an extended hand.
Literally.
That you don't have to get dirty.
Literally.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And there's a Jesus that supports that extended hand.
Absolutely.
There's a clean American Jesus that supports how you go about not interacting with humanity.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, there are people who their charity, their donations, they have an aesthetic. They have an aesthetic that looks like the Jesus that they think is the Jesus of the Bible.
The reality, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I think so much of the American people have fallen for that aesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
You know, look at my tax returns. Look at the receipts. Look who I've given charity to. Yeah, but can you name one person that's in that was on the receiving end of that?
Yeah.
Do you actually know what they walk through every day?
Yeah.
Like, giving money is cool. I'm not negating that because there's a lot of things that could be changed if they are funded, right?
Yeah.
If funds are properly allocated to certain situations, whatever that may be, money is necessary.
Yeah.
Right? But it's one thing to give and be involved.
Yep.
And be aware.
Yeah.
It's another thing to give just to say I gave.
Yeah.
Just to say I gave.
Yep.
Like, I could write that off. Like, looks like Jesus to me.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But I challenge anybody, any CEO,
Anybody.
any company that gives a donation annually, whatever program it is a part of.
Yeah.
Educate yourself on that actual program. Learn about someone or families who are actually, who benefit from the money you give, but also learn the story as to why are they in the situation that they're in.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you, you can find a way to support that effort.
For sure.
More than just giving a donation.
So what he's saying is engage in other suffering.
Yeah.
Engage in other suffering. Because, by the way, for the people, for America as a whole that holds up this, poster, Jesus as the mascot and God as, over America and nowhere else.
Yeah.
Scripture says that the Son of Man came to serve, not to be served. So as far as I'm concerned, if you don't love others and if you don't serve others, then you actually are not in allegiance with God or Jesus like you think you are.
Sure. But that's the problem when our faith becomes patriotic.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's when things get personal and they get dangerous. When faith becomes patriotic, Jesus stops being Lord and he starts being that mascot that you're talking about.
Facts.
We're not allowing Jesus to invade our space and actually challenge how we go about living.
Yes.
we make him the mascot. You know, when you go to a basketball game or a football game, you see whoever's in that suit, they burning up, but they dancing, flipping,
Cardinal
doing
bird,
all this other stuff.
Whatever.
You know what I'm saying? And it's the mascot.
Yeah.
I think I just got a booger that fell out my mouth. But anyway, it's the mascot that is for us.
Mm-hmm.
For us.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell by the way he's dressed.
Literally.
He's for us only. He ain't here to support the other team.
Nah. He's on our side.
Here to show sportsmanship.
Yeah.
He's on our side and no one else's side.
He's rooting for us to win against you.
He's for somebody.
Yeah.
But
it's not you.
It's very clear who he's for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And when our faith becomes patriotic, that's Jesus comes, he changes from being Lord to being a mascot.
Absolutely, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
and
sir.
The gospel starts to shrink. Compassion becomes conditional. Enemies stop being people we're called to love, and start being people we're allowed to dismiss. I'm going to say that again.
Say that
The
again.
gospel shrinks. Compassion becomes conditional. Enemies stop being people we're called to love, and they start being people we're allowed to dismiss. Patriotic faith needs God to protect our way of life. We need God to validate our dominance, and we also need God to stay quiet about our contradictions. You want to know how an American Jesus can continue to thrive in this climate? It's because when you've silenced the very nature and the heart of God to be silent about your contradiction, a lot can be justified. And a lot can continue to be perpetuated. Because there's a lot of things in this American world that contradict Scripture.
A
lot of things.
But we're silent and honest questions.
Don't say nothing about that, dog. Matter of fact, if you say something about that, you are the difficult person.
Yeah.
We've seen people in our history be taken out.
For sure.
Because your contradictions have been exposed.
Yep.
And we talking about the Martin Luther King,
Malcolm
Fred
X.
Haddons, Malcolm X.
Yeah.
We've seen people be specifically targeted because you are calling out our contradictions.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And some of these people ain't even Christians, right? You do not have to be a Christian to see the contradictions of this society.
The systems of the world.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, Malcolm X was a devoted Muslim.
But dude loved others. He was all for the sake of others, and especially his people.
And he was a disruptor, and he called out contradictions, right?
Yep.
If you're going to be about the Bible that you say you're about, it has to show.
Ask honest questions.
They don't be honest. What you can be honest for? Because once you get honesty calls out contradictions.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But our faith is too patriotic for that.
Yep.
Our Jesus is too American for that. Our Christianity has been Americanized so much so to the point that it only favors us.
Yep.
And if it favors anybody else, it had to come through America first.
Oh my goodness, bro.
It had to come through America first.
It had to.
We got it.
Because we number one. We the filter. We the lens in which all things are seen.
We have to look good. You didn't know?
Yeah.
God blesses this country and no place else. And if any other country gets blessed, it comes through America.
I was about to say something, but I don't know. It's just Diddy all over again. Hey, man, Diddy need to be your mascot, man. I'm just going to go ahead and say it.
Take that.
Take that.
Man. Hey, man, we better stop talking.
Yeah.
Before, people going to start calling my phone and DMing me.
Yep, I'm already knowing.
And it's cool. I'm cool. If you ever want to ask me a question about anything I say,
I invite it.
Let's have a conversation. Honestly. If I said something that maybe I could have said different, sure, call it out. If you need clarity on where I stand on certain things, I will give you clarity.
I invite that conversation.
Come on,
or
bro.
Those conversations.
Respectfully.
For sure.
Respectfully. You're going to get it.
Absolutely.
You're going to get it. And if where I stand on certain things causes you not to listen to me anymore, causes you not to, if it makes you want to block me on social media.
That's fair too.
That's fair.
Yep.
I'm cool with that.
Yep.
Seriously, I am.
Yep.
I'm cool with that because what settles me is that I know for a fact that I I'm very intentional about not bringing harm to other people, right? And I know that in order for me to be intentional about that, I'm going to have to make some other people upset. And that's fine. If where we disagree is you don't like the fact that I stand somewhere on something, that's cool.
That's cool.
You might come around later,
Mm-hmm.
or you may not.
Well,
that's fine. I wish you the best. I don't wish anything bad on you.
I ain't forcing you to think like me.
I pray that you continue to live fruitfully and you are grounded with peace and with love, and you extend that same peace and love to all those that's connected to you.
For sure.
I hope that for you, even if we disagree clearly on something. That's
1,000%.
That's fine. If you're a Trump supporter and you agree with his policies and the way he is going about his presidency,
I don't condemn you.
I don't need to condemn you. I'll question. There's a lot I haven't questioned.
Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
actually, I'm concerned. I'm concerned, but hey, if voting for him brought peace to you, and it actually has shown you God in a way, if you think that his presidency is a great representation of the heart of the Father, that's concerning, but go ahead.
We'll go ahead, yeah.
Go with the God of your understanding. That's Christian A. Smith.
Christian A. Smith would say, yes, sir.
Go with the God of your understanding.
Yeah.
Because I'm all for the safety and the well-being of humanity. And if I feel like something doesn't align with that, I'll address it.
Christian A. Smith actually said something recently that I really like. He said, I don't desire to be a great Christian or religious man.
Yeah.
I desire to be a great human. Yeah. And I think that's just so simple, but profound, bro. Like, desire to be a great human. And question what that looks like, too. Wrestle with that.
Absolutely. We should all be for humanity.
Mm-hmm.
We should all be for humanity. And I think it does take wrestling of what that actually looks like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it does not look the same for everybody.
Absolutely.
It does not look the same for everybody.
It does not at all.
I challenge anybody to wrestle with that. What does that look like for you?
Yeah, 100%.
What does that look like for you? And as I said before, it gets dangerous when our faith becomes patriotic. And it brings into question a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? When our faith becomes patriotic, I think it gets really dangerous.
Absolutely, man. And this is what I wrote down about what happens when faith becomes patriotic. And I said, this is where it really hits home for people. Mm-hmm. When faith becomes patriotic, disagreement feels like betrayal. Questioning feels dangerous. And suddenly following Jesus is less about becoming more loving and more about defending a side. You see it in how fast Christians turn on each other online. You see it in how fear gets spiritualized. You see it
immediately,
bro.
Immediately,
Christian talks about this a lot.
Immediately,
you see it in how suffering gets explained away instead of responded to, and a lot of us are sitting there thinking,
"Hold on.
Yeah, we gotta go back to that. Okay.
You see
it in how suffering
gets explained away
instead of responded to.
Go
ahead. You can touch on that if you want. Go ahead.
Because as humanity, when we put Jesus in bed with our politics,
mm-hmm.
being human is often negated.
And right? Jesus was human.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the movie Hunger Games.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
And no matter what class you're in, when you fighting for survival, you will do almost anything
to survive.
Because the reality is, if any of us are without anything and we are in survival mode because we're just trying to live to see the next day,
mm-hmm.
any of us, regardless of what race, ethnicity, class, whatever your financial ranking is, whatever car you drive, house you live in, part of town you live, it don't matter.
Facts.
If you are fighting to live for the next day,
mm-hmm.
we would all be in here doing whatever we need to do to see that next day.
Literally.
If I gotta fight, claw my way in out of something to eat my next meal, we would. So why is it that when you see someone else suffer or go through or have a trial or just on hard times,
you don't have that same response?
Why don't we respond to it with humanity,
mm-hmm.
with dignity,
with
just concerned. But like you said, when faith becomes patriotic, we start explaining that away. See, that's what the left is doing. If the right, if the left, if the red, if the blue, if the Obama,
the Democrat, the Republican,
Bush, if they didn't, if he didn't, if she didn't, they would. It's like, man, that human just got murdered. How does that make you feel? Like, regardless of what policy, what you think about the gun laws, what Obama did in his presidency, what you think about Trump, how does that make you feel?
Person lost their life.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
policy matters more than life.
Humanize yourself for a moment. And saying that is crazy because you're human. But just feel your body for a second. You know what I'm saying?
Come back to earth.
Come back to earth for a second. Like, get off of your American Jesus high horse. Like, just come back to life just for a second. And just feel.
For sure.
Just feel.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what does that feel like to you? Like, learning that Renee Good was shot and killed at the hands of authority, undocumented authority. How does that make you feel?
How does it make you feel that she no longer gets to be there with her kids, her family? Like, you don't think about these things. You don't consider that?
And in case you don't know how to feel something.
Yeah.
And, you know, my wife would probably chuckle at this because I'm, you know, being emotionally in tune is not a second nature for me yet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm learning it. It's definitely a journey for me. But let me help you. Do this. And it's real simple, but it's real critical. Put yourself in their shoes.
Mm.
If Renee Good was a mother of what, I think 2 children, 37-year-old.
Still
woman.
pretty young, yep.
Imagine you with your 2 children, or 3 or 4, or however many you have. Imagine how your husband, your children, your other family members, and anyone else who considered you a friend or family, how they would feel if you were taken away from them in that fashion. Just answer that question. How would they feel?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that? If men, if you lost your wife in that fashion.
Yeah.
If my wife was taken away from me and my children, my world is gone. Like, I'd probably be in the house crying for weeks, for months.
For sure.
Like,
can't get off the couch.
You don't know how much energy I would have to manufacture to just keep it together for my kids.
Literally.
They're going to be crying with me.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, she's a lifeline in this house. She's the lifeline in this house.
Mm-hmm.
And she is who helped me bring these children in this world. She helps me raise these children. So if I put my wife in Renee Good's shoes, if I put my brother in George Floyd's shoes, if I put my son Malachi in Tamir Rice's shoes,
how would I feel? Truly.
If I put my nephew JR in Trayvon Martin's shoes, how does that sit with you? And if you're not moved, I am deeply concerned. I'm deeply concerned.
You're not moved by a man killing your son and him being able to walk free?
At the loss of life. At the loss of life. At the loss of life. And how callous are we to try to explain that way with left-wing and right-wing talk?
Yep.
I question your faith. I question your character when something so so evil can happen like that before your eyes.
For sure.
And you immediately rush to the comment section of that video, to the comment section of whoever is expressing their hurt or concerns about something, and you start with political talk. I question everything about you.
That's wicked. That's wicked. Because you
If
had no concern for the person's life, but only your beliefs, your doctrine, your theology, your policies. That's wicked.
I question it all. I question it all.
Mm-hmm.
If that's your immediate knee-jerk response. I question it all. I do. Like, can we just feel as humans again? Let's make humans human again.
Let's get back to being simple.
That's how you make America great. Let's make humans human
again.
Where we actually are concerned for the safety and well-being of each other.
Yeah.
And
this is what Jesus was all about, by the way. As you know, we're talking about Jesus was not American. This is why Jesus was not American.
It's what he's been about. It's what he's been about. But he's been a mascot for us. You know what? You know the truth about mascots? You don't know and don't care who's in that suit.
All you care about is that they cheering you on.
You don't know and
entertaining
don't care who's in that suit.
Mm-mm.
You don't know and you don't care for who's in that suit. You would show up at the game early and leave the game late and still not know who was in that suit.
Yeah.
But they got you riled up.
Mm-hmm.
They got you riled up.
Yeah.
You saw that big head figure mascot jump off that trampoline and do a flip and dunk the basketball.
Yeah.
It got you riled up.
Yep.
You saw them take that T-shirt gun and shoot all these merchandise up out the gun. It got you riled up.
Yeah. Bro, I seen a movie, I don't know if you remember, way back when I was younger. It was called Hatching Pete. It was like a Disney movie.
Yeah.
Where it was like a dorky nerd dude played the mascot, but he did it really well. He entertained the crowd really well.
Yeah.
Well, make a long story short, by the end of the movie, once he took off the mascot mask and people realized who it was, they were like shocked. Cause they were like, is Pete like nerd? Like the geek of the school? Like, we know who Pete is.
Yeah.
This is unexpected.
Yeah.
You know, and of course he got like shirt on or whatever, but I think that's kind of like it goes back to what I was saying before about like Jesus is inconvenient for people. Like he is, even scripture says that like he was not attractive to the eye. Like he was just your natural, you know, like normal dude, you know what I'm saying? And so not only was he just a normal dude, but like his principles, how he lived his life is contrary to America.
Sure.
Right. And so because it's contrary to it, we obviously try to like shape it into inform it in what we want to, because it suits us.
It just amazes me. When you look at the life of Jesus, now I'm gonna say something that might make people feel a type of way. If you need, whether you believe he actually walked the earth or not, if that needs to be true for you,
by all means,
historically, from the information and evidence, or perceived evidence that we've been given about Jesus, the man, right?
Yep.
We know just geographically he was not American, right?
Period.
We know historically there was nothing American about him, right? He came from a totally different culture, custom.
He didn't even speak that language.
He didn't even speak English. You know what I'm saying? Like,
probably didn't even know it. It didn't exist.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we're talking about just a totally different identity, right? And a part of me thinks that that's the reason why we had to make him American.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't.
Yep.
He wasn't. If he stood here before us now, he would not look American.
Nope.
That's why we had to make the pictures look like him, and we had to domesticate our faith and our theology.
Yeah.
So much so that he looks, acts, thinks, believes American.
Period.
We had to do it. We had to domesticate him.
Yeah.
We had to make him and shape him and form him to be more favorable for us.
Because if not, then we don't have the equipment to manipulate and control you anymore.
Because if we didn't, we would have to include everybody. If we didn't, our comfort would have to be extended or open to all people. So I have to domesticate Jesus so it can make my comfort more comfortable.
Yeah.
And less comfortable for other people.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That is the truth we don't want to wrestle with.
Yeah.
And that's the truth that a lot of Americans will try to explain away.
Yeah.
That's just the truth. You don't want me in your house, and you're going to find ways to justify why you don't want me in your house.
And the way we know this is if you take a picture, the first person you look at is yourself.
Yeah.
You don't look for nobody else but you.
Yeah.
I don't look good in this picture. Let's take it again.
Yeah.
Don't matter about what everybody else look like.
Nah.
If everybody else look good in the picture.
Nah.
But if you look crazy, you like, nah, we got to redo this.
Yeah. But that's another thing too, man. We can go for days.
Bruh.
That's another thing too. People don't want to face off with themselves.
Mm-mm.
They don't want to look in the mirror. They don't want to see themselves in the picture.
Nope.
Right? Give me something else. Like,
yeah. Let's get off of that.
Let me find another way to make me look good. Right? And yeah, it behooves me that we've had to Americanize Jesus so much so to the point because we know that he's not even American. Again, whether you believe he actually walked this earth or not.
Right.
If
the facts still say, history says.
If you need that to be true.
Yeah.
I personally, De'Eric does not need
Don't need to be true. Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if you believe he actually walked this earth.
It's history for it.
Historically, he was never American.
Yeah.
He was not.
He wasn't.
So
it's just facts too. Like if you're going off history.
Yeah.
Right? Bible scholar or whatever.
Sure.
He wasn't American.
No.
Period.
Any real historian.
They know.
Scholar will tell you this stuff. Like, this is stuff they don't even argue about.
In fact, if you probably just searched it up on Google, like, was Jesus American? Like, it's just immediately going to say no.
It's not. But the question of, is Jesus American? Or the statement, rather, of Jesus is not American, it uncovers a lot of things about America. You know? And that was the purpose of this conversation. The purpose of this topic. And why I wanted to cover it because, I'm an American. I'm an African American. You know, I was born in this country, but I have ancestors who weren't. You know, and I have historically documented proof of where my ancestors came from. And everybody has a story, right? And a lot of our ancestry does not point to America.
Yeah,
you know, and sometimes just bring the question home, like how I live out the way of Jesus, how will that sit with the ancestor that had not came to America? You know, and these are questions we don't want to answer, we don't want to sit with, because you know for a fact that you've made your Jesus to be suitable for you, period. That's what America has done. Yeah. You can agree or disagree. Yeah. That really does not matter to
me. It doesn't.
You don't. But you'll be disagreeing just to be a contrarian.
Like, right. But you're not really being curious. You're not critically thinking.
The statement that Jesus is not American is a fact. Yeah. And you cannot explain that away.
Period. And please, like, just at least wrestle with it. Like, if you wrestle with it and you still come out with like the same conclusion,
sure,
then okay. But the reason why you wrestle is because more than likely when you wrestle with something, you don't come out on the other side with the same conclusion because you learn.
You don't. You're right. You don't. You don't come out with the same. And people don't want to do that.
No.
It's going to bother my comfort.
Yeah.
It's going to bother my peace. And anything that threats my peace or my comfort, I don't want to deal with.
But that's what's so crazy about it, D, is that it actually doesn't it disrupts your comfort and your comfort, of course, right? Because you got to get uncomfortable in order to grow.
Yeah.
However, I think people think it's going to change them into something that they don't want to be.
Yeah.
But actually, it's a version of you that you've never met. It's a version of you on the other side that could be so much better. But what would it look like?
What would that look like
if you wrestle?
If you wrestle with what you believed and just pull back the layers.
Yeah.
What would it look like if you became a more inclusive person, a more loving person, a more human, right? And we responded to tragedies like humans, not as emotionally, politically driven people.
Yeah.
What would it look like?
Or even over spiritualizing it too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think the truth is some of us know what an un-American Jesus looks like. It just doesn't align with my peace.
Yeah.
It doesn't align with my comfort.
Right.
I know what an un-American Jesus looks like.
You do.
Why we had to make him American.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Period, bro. We could keep going on for hours and hours like we told you.
We can, man, you know, but Jesus is not American. That's a fact. I don't care how you try to explain it away. I hope this conversation has provoked thought. I hope it made you mad. I hope it settled you. I hope it unsettled you. I don't care. I do know for a fact that I don't think you can pull harm from this conversation.
Period.
I mean, because that is not our intent and our motive, and it's not our end goal.
Right.
If you felt challenged, if it made you mad or red in the face, cool.
That's your prerogative.
My IG handle is KULTUUR__. And
mine is Twan TOINNE 96.
So
you can find us there. DM us. Text us if you got our number.
Nah, if you got our number, I ain't about to give that out.
Yeah. If you got our number, yeah, we ain't giving it out.
You can email me at DeericWilliams@gmail.com.
And you can email me at Antoine, ANTOINNE, Miles Jr. @gmail.com.
You know, we'll get an email for the podcast. So you can just hit us up however you want to hit us up. But you get us up on, DM, and I'll respond within 24 hours.
Yeah. 24 hours notice.
And I'm going to be honest with you, I might leave you on red. If you come to me with some bullshit.
If it's disrespectful, some BS.
If you come to me with some BS, man, I might leave you on red, and that's cool.
Like, this nigga.
Yeah,
He ain't talking about that.
I hope y'all enjoyed the conversation. And as always, ask questions.
Be curious.
And talk your shift.
Peace.